Welcome back to Playful Whimsies. Today I'm going to be sharing with you part of the Sweet Pickles series. It was a really popular series when I was a young girl. Please forgive the condition of the outside of the book. It is a very old book. This is literally a book that I had when, 40 years ago. So, this is Goose Goofs Off, written by Jacquelyn Reinaeth and illustrated by Richard Hefter. And this, of course, this was my favorite of the Sweet Pickle series. I'm not quite sure why. I guess I always like the idea of a hammock. They're harder than they look to set up properly. Anyway, so these are all the characters in the Sweet Pickle world. And of course, it's everywhere from A to Z. Very cool books. So, in the world of Sweet Pickles, each animal gets into a pickle because of an all too human personality trait. This book is about Goof Off Goose. She'll do everything tomorrow. So, Goose Goofs Off. And this edited by Ruth Lerner Pearl. So I love these books, even though they are very old. One morning, everybody in the neighborhood was busy, except for Goose, who was still sound asleep. Let's take a look at her room. My goodness, look at that mess. My mother would have never let me have food in my bedroom. Wise woman. I've learned not to allow food in my bedroom, even now, because if you leave anything, bugs will get in. Imagine that. Insects. Elephant was hanging the wash. Camel was banging on the roof. Lion was typing a letter. Zebra was painting stripes on his house. Rabbit was hopping about in his garden. So let's look. I see lion, zebra, there's elephant hanging up clothes, rabbit working on the garden. Here is camel, and hippo is actually in the corner here. Looks like they're going for a jog. The busy noises woke Goose. She went out to the window. "Can't a person sleep in peace?" she honked. "All this hanging and banging and typing and striping and hopping is stopping my beautiful dream." Look, she looks pretty groggy there. Let's see what she does. Goose closed the window, jumped back into bed, and pulled the covers over her head. Look. Then a loud blast of music shook the room. Look how she's shaken. Goose went to the window again. The music was coming from Rabbit's garden. "Your seeding and weeding and hoeing and mowing is bad enough," shouted Goose. "What's going on now?" What do you think Rabbit's doing? "My flowers are listening to music," said Rabbit. "They grow 33 1/3% faster when they listen to music." "Would you like to borrow a record for your apple tree?" asked Rabbit. "It could certainly use it." poor apple tree. Look how brown that poor little tree is. Oh, and he sketched out how many minutes of what kind of music the different plants need. Must be helping the roses by this chart. Not today, said Goose. I'm taking it easy today. I'll do it tomorrow. Goose closed the window and put on her earmuffs, jumped back into bed, and pulled the covers over her head.